The 2001-2002 season was the beginning of a new Chelsea. Manager Claudio Ranieri had just completed his first summer in charge, and this was his team. But at least one old face remained.
I think pre-season went well for us. We had a good training camp. It was hard work. It was a long time to be away, but I think we all came back feeling fit and ready to go. Obviously there were some quite big changes. We had 4 new players, and some of the big names at the club had gone, particularly Wisey and Gus, Frank Leboeuf obviously. And I think that the initial stages of the season, I think, was a time a little bit unsettled, I think. The team changed a little bit.
Those new signings were £11 million midfielder Frank Lampard from West Ham, £7.5 million midfielders Emmanuel Petit and Boudewijn Zenden, both from Barcelona, and £6.2 million defender William Gallas from Marseille. For the first game of the season, the manager went for a 4-4-2 formation. With Carlo Cudicini injured, Ed de Goey got the vote over Mark Bosnich in goal. The defence was Mario Melchiot, John Terry, Marcel Desailly and Graham Lasso. Jesper Grønkjær, Frank Lampard, Emmanuel Petit and Boudewijn Zenden were in midfield, and Gianfranco Zola and Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank made up the attack. The completed West Stand gave Stamford Bridge its biggest crowd since 1988, 40,124, and its biggest seated crowd ever.
Zenden has come across to this near side to take it. Desailly is up from the back. Short to Zola. Back to Zenden. They've changed the angle neatly, Chelsea. Might think about a strike, Zenden, and he does! And it's sneaked in! Disaster for Shay Given. But Chelsea won't mind. Ahead here after 8 minutes, and a goal on his debut for the Dutchman Boudewijn Zenden. Mercedes is the other man over the ball, and it's likely to be Robert. Forming the Chelsea wall, and De Goey in trouble. And it's gone behind for the corner. Very crowded in there around the 18-yard line. In by Zola, and somehow it stayed out. I'm not sure how much Shay Given knew about it, but he has certainly partially atoned for the earlier error. It is Robert to strike. Oh, De Goey's lost it, and Acuna has put it in. And Newcastle are level.
Ranieri preferred a 4-3-3 formation away to Southampton as Chelsea opened their new St Mary's Stadium on a day made seriously difficult by the heat. Zola dropped out, the wingmen pushed forward, and Slavisa Jokanovic came into midfield.
Nice play by Petit. Lasso's still forward for Chelsea. Here he is. He's faced by Delap, and he's beaten him, and Hasselbank has scored for Chelsea. So simple in the end. The cross supplied by Graham Lasso, and last season's Golden Boot winner in the Premiership is off and running for the new campaign. Couldn't make it. Beatty goes down under the challenge from Terry, and what has David Henry given here? Just for a second he was pointing towards the penalty spot. Terry looks concerned, but in fact he was only pointing for a goal kick. Well, this will be interesting to have a look at. Took it down well, Beatty. Terry came across, well, there was some contact. Zola. And if they want to, Chelsea have a break on here. Hasselbank. Outside him is Lampard. And that's Stanic. And that has sealed it.
An international break followed, during which all but 8 players were called away. 10 days later, Arsenal were the visitors, a meeting in which they'd come back from 2 goals down to get a result in each of the previous 2 years. Gallas made his full debut at right-back in preference to Melchiot, and Zola was recalled.
It's neat skill from Henry, took him past a couple of defenders and Petit. Still Thierry Henry left foot. And De Goey right behind it. Well, that was a warning from Arsenal's top scorer of last season. Perez has come across now, on by Grønkjær, and it's reached Zola. And that time, Raimondi timed the tackle very well, but then gave it straight back to Zola. It's in towards Hasselbank, tight angle. They nearly squeeze it underneath Siemens' bar. Sylvain Wiltord, with Lauren charging up outside him. Now Perez, did well. De Hoy saves. It's come to Henry. And Arsenal lead. Terry. Gallas again. Neat 1-2 with Zenden. Now Zola. Oh, beautifully past Adams. And Keown brings him down, and the referee says penalty. It was a trip by the number 5. He just couldn't cope with Gianfranco Zola's skill. It's going to be Hasselbank against Seaman. Economy of run-up, maximum efficiency. It's a lovely ball for Henry. An excellent tackle by Terry, and Gallas made sure he got to the rebound first. Gronkia, it really is end-to-end stuff here, and that's a poor challenge. Giovanni van Bronckhorst on Jesper Gronkia, and a yellow card is inevitable here. Cole again. Henry, back to Ashley Cole, and De Hoy saves Chelsea. Zenden's lost it though to Perez. Now Zenden's got it back. Hasselbank entangling with Martin Keown, who goes down, and something for Mark Ryan to sort out here. Neither man has previously been booked. Perez is indicating it was an elbow. To say it didn't look like an elbow initially. It's going to be a card for Hasselbank. The question is which colour. And from his reaction, it's going to be red. And he will think himself rather unfortunate.
Chelsea immediately appealed against Hasselbank's sending off on the grounds that there was no deliberate contact. He was still available 8 days later when Melchiot was restored for the trip to Tottenham.
Out only as far as Lasso again. And Lampard's onside here. Almost caught by the goalkeeper, still Lampard. Hasselbank, Chelsea in front. In first half stoppage time. Now Perry. Well, it's a pretty neat header towards Davis. And now Teddy Sheringham. Terrific stop by De Hoy, but Sheringham has put in the rebound. Spurs are level. Hasselbank, beautifully off to Zola. With space to run and try and release to Hasselbank again. And he thought he was fouled there. And the referee has given the penalty. Let's have a look at the replay. Just some contact on the toe of Hasselbank's boot, I think. It was a one-step run-up on Saturday. Same technique this afternoon. Here goes Hasselbank, and it's in, just. Sullivan got a good hand to it, but Chelsea back in front. Perry's ball. Ferdinand with Desai in close attendance again, but Ferdinand's done well. Sheringham, 2-2. Davis with the clearance charged out. Hasselbank. Still time for Chelsea to win it, maybe. Jokanovic. And down goes Lampard. Not often you see Lampard quite so upset as that. Well, it certainly got his back leg caught there, no question. There was a slight altercation after the Lampard incident. And someone's in big trouble here. Frank Lampard's been sent off. He had already been booked, and it was for raising his arms there at Perry. Twice, in fact. Sullivan trying to come in as peacemaker. And Lampard has been sent off in injury time. Needs some support now, Jimmy Floyd. Fennell's the defender. Still Hasselbank has to hold it up. In towards Jokanovic, too high for him. But Ziga, under no real pressure, put it behind for the corner. 2-2, they're playing with 10 men. Petit's corner, and it's in! And it's Desai, and Chelsea have won it! 4 minutes into stoppage time. Unbelievable scenes at White Hart Lane. Spurs couldn't deal with the corner, and the away fans are on their feet.
Chelsea were already suffering a fixture bottleneck. The second game of the season, due to be at West Ham, had been put off because their new stand wasn't ready, and the UEFA Cup game on September the 13th had been postponed due to the events of September the 11th in the USA. Now, the midweek game against Charlton was to be postponed, so that the UEFA game against Bulgarian champions Levski Sofia could be played. Gronkia was withdrawn with a knee injury at the last moment. Ida Gudjonsson started in place of Hasselbank, suspended following last year's UEFA Cup.
There's an assistant on that far side. Now Zenden. 1-0 to Chelsea, no, because Petkov got something.
What a save. What a save. What a run and what a ball from Lampard.
Gudjonsson. Oh, it's a brilliant run by Ida Gudjonsson. That's a fabulous goal. Morris. Zenden. But for Petkov, they would have had it then. Yes. Gudjonsson's night. Gudjonsson. Zenden. Oh, yes, Frank Lampard. The good night has become a very good night indeed for Chelsea.
Well, he's deserved that. He could have gone anywhere off the goalkeeper. Watch how quickly he reacts though. Quick enough to get the right foot back on it and direct it back towards goal.
The day before the home game with Middlesbrough, Hasselbank won his appeal over his sending off against Arsenal. He would not miss any games.
Now Gudjonsson for Chelsea, with Zenden and Hasselbank ahead of him. And it's through towards Hasselbank. He's onside, he's round the goalkeeper. Hasselbank scores! Inside 3 minutes, Chelsea take the lead. Oh, just too high for Gallas, and it's 2-0. And it's that man again. He just cannot stop scoring. It's a signal to someone. And it was a poor delivery, still the chance of a shot. And in. Marinelli again. It hit Graham Lasso, appeals for a penalty. Referee has waved them away for the moment. Although the assistant official on this side is flagging. And the referee has given a penalty here to Middlesbrough. Let's have a look. Graham Lasso's the defender. Now that does look harsh. It's got to be hand to ball. It's a Croatian versus a Dutchman in the dying seconds, and Boksic scores.
The passage through to the next round of the UEFA Cup proved a comfortable one, away in Bulgaria. During an uneventful game, the first two chances both fell to an upfield John Terry, the second of which he converted. Ida Gudjonsson made it 5-0 on aggregate just before half-time with a piece of fine individual skill to match his opening goal in the first leg. And before the end, 19-year-old striker Leon Knight was given his debut, the first of 5 youth products to be blooded during the course of the season.
Head to Hoyt. And the long clearance for the Blues. Collins jumping but missed it. And Hasselbank has muscled his way through. Hasselbank! Looked like it skimmed the top of the bar. Jukanovic. Chelsea just starting to tighten their grip in midfield a bit. They were overrun at times early on. Zola's ball in! Oh! Really entertaining stuff so far. Louis Saha. Stopped dead in his tracks by Marcel Desailly. Oh, great header on by Zola, and here goes Zenden. Still Zenden. Hasselbank. Chelsea lead, because he so rarely misses. Hasselbank, a little bit short the return pass for Zola, but Melchiot's got it now. Babiado's header. Zenden. Zola rather. Oh, tremendous effort. And it was a full stretch save from Van der Sar that kept it out. Clark. In by Finnan. And it's off the post, and the rebound's in. Hales has equalised for Fulham, pretty much out of nothing. Ferrer. Maybe a free kick for handball against Jokanovic, who clearly thought Chelsea should have had a free kick in the first place, and he's already been booked, and it's deemed as intentional handball.
There were obvious frustrations, I think, at the beginning of the season, really, with the first part of the season, because of the draws that we were getting. And looking back, I seem to remember us having the larger proportion of the game and really sort of dominating large sort of spells of the game without having the sort of the final pass or the final effort sort of being converted into a goal. It put us into a situation that was very difficult to get out of in terms of finishing higher up the league. We handicapped ourselves quite early on with some of our form.
De Hoy was injured in training on the Monday, and for the visit in the Worthington Cup to First Division Coventry, fit again Kudacini was selected ahead of Bosnich. Gronkiar was by now facing a lengthy absence following surgery. Albert Ferrer and Jody Morris started their first games of the season. Chelsea played a 3-4-3 formation in the first half, changing to 4-4-2 when Mikael Forsell came on for Ferrer in the second.
Edworthy, oh, he's given it straight to Zola, who's one-on-one with Richard Shaw. Jody Morris gaining ground. Here's Zenden, and that's a fine start to his professional career for Gary Montgomery. Zenden hurt, Montgomery outstanding. Desai has charged forward for this. It's a tester for the goalkeeper, hit the post. And Montgomery was completely lost that time. Gudjonsson, maybe the better route is on the floor for Chelsea. And this is still Gudjonsson with wonderful control and a finish that's wasteful. Gudjonsson, Konjic stood off him. Gudjonsson! After nearly an hour of toiling, the breakthrough. Zola. And there's Forsell. Montgomery stranded. It's 2 in 5 minutes for Chelsea. And with an hour played, Claudio Ranieri and company look to be on their way into the last 16 of the Worthington Cup. 1 or 2 late arrivals from the nether regions for Chelsea. John Terry, 2 more waiting on the edge of the penalty area. And Zola fancies his chances clearly.
I mean, it's exhibition stuff now from Chelsea. Total control, and they're taking the mickey.
In every sense.
Yeah.
Zenden having won the free kick, he's going to take it. Gallas is up as well this time. And Forsell! Off the bar, couldn't deal with the ricochet. And Breen with the header away.
A last-minute heavy challenge on Morris forced him out for 3 months. For the visit of Leicester, Ken Bates welcomed home a Chelsea old boy for his first playing visit since leaving.
Babayara's continued his run, and he's been found superbly by Zola. And a chance for Hasselbank. Good save by Walker. Chelsea turning up the heat. Gianfranco Zola. Gudjonsson. Oh, beautiful turn against Rowett. And it looked like a shirt tuck there. And the referee says there was penalty. He was just too clever by half. Gudjonsson for Gary Rowett, and referee Jeff Winsey, you saw him there just tug his own shirt sleeve. Hasselbank versus Walker. And 1-0 the Blues just for a moment. We thought it might have come out. Went for the same ball there. And now Chelsea could have a break on with Zola. 3 up with him, still Zola. Gudjonsson, nice turn! Fierce shot, and once again Ian Walker. Well, that's rather sloppy. And here's Zenden on the break for Chelsea. Still Zenden has it. Rowett got a block in. That's a neat back heel. Zola. Gudjonsson. Oh, quick feet. Gudjonsson! 2-0. He really does have an eye for goal. Oh, Akinbaye. What a chance. And that is the header of a striker out of form and out of luck as well.
After the match, the players had a meeting regarding the UEFA Cup second round first leg. an away trip to the explosive Middle East trouble spot Israel, increasingly sensitive post-September the 11th.
We as a club understand the concerns of the players, particularly some of the hype in the media and the images that come out of the Middle East. We've had a long discussion, and as a result of that, the players have met on their own after I talked to them, and we as a club said to them we were not demanding, we were not insisting that any player go to Tel Aviv. In other words, any players going are going as volunteers, and I'm pleased to say as a result of that we will be playing in Tel Aviv on Thursday.
It obviously got a lot of attention at the time. Some of the media tried to really split the club. They tried to get the fans against us, they tried to get some of the players against us, certain journalists, a couple of ex-footballers, which I think is a disgrace, tried to come between some of the players.
With Kudacini and De Goey injured, Mark Bosnich finally made his debut in goal. In the absence of Desai and Gallas, 17-year-old Joel Kitamariki made his debut next to Terry at centre-back. Zola captained. The unfancied Hapoel Tel Aviv proved anything but easy opposition as Chelsea came under early pressure. Our chances of coming away with a favourable result hardly improved early in the second half. Match officials spotted Mario Melchiot kicking out at Hapoel captain Gershon off the ball, and he was sent off. Mark Bosnich showed his class on his Chelsea debut to keep the score goalless. Gianfranco Zola came the closest to grabbing an away goal. Hopes of escaping with the draw were rising as the game entered its last 5 minutes. But then John Terry was adjudged to have handled the ball in from Bakar. Gershon's penalty was simply unsavable. And 4 minutes into injury time, we suffered a body blow as Kleschenko found space to head in a second.
And the other statistic that Chelsea will have to change if they're going to win here is that Leeds have yet to concede a Premiership goal at home, and Gudjonsson giving Nigel Martin an early test there. Hart. There's Ferdinand up there. What's he doing there? Rio Ferdinand! Fine save by Bosnich. Sliding tackle was by Petit, and it's in for Bowyer. Chance here, and Bosnich very quickly off his line. Viduka! And acrobatically off the line by Gallas. D'accord, deflection. It'll be a corner. But William Gallas saved Chelsea there. It was Bowyer who made the initial break. Bosnich got half a block on it. Viduka went for placement rather than power, and just as well. Don't think there's any question that it didn't cross the line. Oh, Gudjonsson, lovely first touch. Got him away from the defender. Still Gudjonsson. Wonderful run, still Gudjonsson. And it was straight at the goalkeeper. Yard either side. Chelsea would have been in front. Playing the final minute of the 45. Two Chelsea players across to dispossess Keane, and that wasn't the best challenge by Graham Lasso. Danny Mills took the full force of it. So a caution. Ingenious effort. Gudjonsson with Hasselbank screaming for it. Here's Hasselbank for Chelsea. Did well to stay on his feet. And he's forced an excellent stop from Martin. Smuggle it clear, not far though. Hart with the cross this time. Very deep. Another fine save from Bosnich. Viduka's header was sneaking in the corner. Now there could be problems for Chelsea. Keane waiting in the middle. So too is Harry Kewell. And Bosnich beats it away. Well, that's short from Gallas. And Smith produces another save from Bosnich. Still there off the line. I think it was Terry who got back and got it clear. Gave Chelsea an opportunity. Petit to take. Oh, off the crossbar! I think Martin might have got something on it, but the Blues, within a coat of paint, of taking all 3 points.
I think the potential problems that we had over the Tel Aviv affair galvanised the team, really. That was the, I suppose, impetus that we needed to really find that we had a great group of lads, people that, despite sort of a separation of players going to Israel, you had a wonderful feeling of togetherness going into that game and subsequently through the rest of the season, because all the lads knew the situation, all the lads knew reasons for why people didn't travel, why people chose to travel. We were very honest, frank and open about the whole decision, and everybody respected that.
But the pressure was on. Following the first defeat of the season in Israel, we were now to suffer defeat in the Premiership for the first time.
Fleet turn of foot there to Sebastian Schemmel. In from Lasso. It's a dangerous ball too. And it's reached Zola. And Manny Petit is there. And I'm sure Lampard in front of him just put him off. Inside a minute, Chelsea could have been ahead. Well, Sinclair getting it on to Canio. Sinclair again. And the shot from Carrick is in. Oh, that's a nice turn from Canute, and it's 2-0. Like a knife through butter. Canute. No foul by Terry, he played the ball. Zola. Now here's Hasselbank. Certainly onside this time. Still Hasselbank! Fantastic goal. Zola. Just look for an option. And that's a great ball! And a terrific save from Shaka Hislop. Zenden got there first, and he's got it through to Hasselbank. It's Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. Good save by Hislop. And Zola couldn't quite get to the rebound before it was whacked into touch. Burley played in low, and the shot was saved well by Bosnich. Carboni in again, and Ravanelli will score. It's onside, it counts, and Derby County lead 6 minutes in. Burley involved with the goal against his old club. Well, certainly no offside there. But at that point, it looks a little suspicious. Ravanelli put it in. Burley did really well, and what a ball. It's Carbone for Derby. Good stop by Bosnich, because that was travelling. Burton, Carbone again, he's everywhere. Benny Carbone! Desai, now Lasso. Inviting Zenden on a run here. That's a decent ball in Hasselbank. You were almost expecting the net to bulge, but he made no contact. Zola. Melchior on the left foot. Good stop by Poom. Chelsea coach Claudio Ranieri has really rung the changes at the break. 3 substitutions. Frank Lampard, Mario Stanic and Mikael Forsell on. Mario Melchior, Slavisa Jokanovic and Gianfranco Zola off. Well, we have it back. Ravanelli. Burton. Ravanelli! Another fine stop by Bosnich, who's now made 3 excellent saves in the match. Chelsea still just a 1 goal down. Here's Hasselbank. The pace has not relented since we kicked off in the second half. It was frenetic in the first. Here's Zenden towards Lampard. Powell didn't know where it was, and it's going to drop for Hasselbank. 1-1. He still goes towards Ravanelli. Lovely on the chest, and Bosnich again to the rescue for the Blues. So Hasselbank off the post, and he was onside too. Good try, and another terrific stop, this time from Poom, from Lampard. Terrific game So again with plenty of time to measure across. Lampard, back from Forsell, Frank Lampard! Excellent reactions again from Pooh. Just got caught by Higginbottom, but no foul. And here's Gallas for Chelsea, with Hasselbank in the middle! And it's gone wide from Lampard. No one is leaving Pride Park. Carbone. Burley. Ravanelli. Fantastic save, Bosnich.
Petit with the free kick.
What a chance. What a chance.
For Stanic. Anxious to keep it going for Chelsea with a quick throw to Lampard. Gudjonsson finds Lampard again. Hasselbank made the angle. Good stop by Eli Malek. On the burst is the other right back. Chelsea's Gallas. Oh, there's no marking on Hasselbank, and you usually pay a heavy price for that, but not on that occasion. Gallas. He shot, and in goes Ostes! Hapoel have scored! Chelsea need 4 now. In goes Hasselbank. And my goodness, it was a brilliant effort by Lasso, and the goalkeeper was very much on his toes to deal with it. Here's Forsell. That's a fine try. Everyone back for Hapoel. Zola takes it.
How's that missed?
Won't go in.
How's that missed?
Here's Dalabona. Gallas. Forsell hit the post. This is Zola.
Well, his night so far.
Lasso. It continues to be one of those nights. Here's Ostet, beautifully picked out by Tuama. He's waltzing through the Slovenian. Brilliant stop by Bosnich.
Oh, that's brilliant football, isn't it?
Now Lampard. Hasselbank for Zola. Yes! To avoid European embarrassment. That's what it will be if they do go out tonight. Zola's got one. Oh, how close was that to getting 2? Lampard again and again. Oh, brilliant save from Mikhail Forsell by Shavit Elimelech.
The plan was at the beginning press very high, but also to play, no? At the beginning, the chance for Stanic, for Petit, 2 chances for Jimbo, and then the second half is unbelievable. I think 16, 17 shoot a goal, and was very. Well, okay, tomorrow will be another day because tonight the player play very hard, very well because the game was very good for the Chelsea, but only the result. Okay.
Chelsea were in desperate need of a morale-boosting home league win, and we took the lead against Ipswich 10 minutes before half-time. Gudjonsson and Lampard worrying the visitors' defence before Zola drove the ball home emphatically. An unspectacular but efficient performance looked to be closing in on a 1-0 win, until with 9 minutes to go, Mario Melchiot pushed Stewart in the box, allowing Ipswich a way back. Stewart himself converted. Again, disappointment loomed, but then 2 minutes into stoppage time, Sam Dalabona came up with something special. The first half performance at Derby had convinced Ranieri to focus on 4 at the back, and something was about to go very right with Chelsea's defending. This was despite Desai being absent with tendinitis until the new year, following an international in Australia, and Petit missing with an ankle injury for nearly as long.
Now Babayaro. Hasselbank. He's got inside Pistoni, and he only needs one glimpse of goal to encourage him to shoot. He's kicked straight to Terry, who controls it to Watson. And he sets it up, and it's a great save. Gemmell really thought he was about to celebrate a goal. Zola wants to throw early to his feet, and gets it, and could make something of it. Well, he's got a very good scoring record against Everton, 4 goals in his previous 8 matches against them, and he nearly added to the total then. Well, Bosnich has hurt himself and fallen over.
And that looks as if there's a strain to his left thigh. Clearly got a massive discomfort. As comfortable as he's approaching the ball, but there straight away he feels it. Left thigh.
And on in his place comes Carlo Cudicini, who was first choice in the second half of last season, and probably would have been at the start of this, but for the knee operation he had. Zola takes it, and it was a brilliant effort, brilliantly saved.
Tell you what, the little Italian was on his way to celebrate.
And Gallas and Ferguson, and it breaks for Watson, and the goalkeeper's done brilliantly, Cudicini. Stanic, plenty forward here for Chelsea. Hasselbank! Well, wouldn't you just have known it if that had hit the net in a game in which he's had little impact.
Meanwhile, a mistake by Terry at the back, and this is Matt Jansen coming forward, and still can't get the shot away as yet. Gallas is there, and Lasso, and still undone. And Matt Jansen between them. Was there a suspicion of handball here? And certainly Graham Lasso was on the deck and maybe just shoved it out of the way. Gillespie. Away from Lasso and then from Zenden. And still Gillespie. Might fall in the end to Mann, who's through, and Cudicini. How much of the ball did he take? How much of the man did he take? Alan Mann had nowhere to go but over the Italian goalkeeper. Friedel forward for Blackburn Rovers. Jansen with their header on. Gillespie is quick, he's inside Lasso, and this is Gillespie! Can Chelsea get going? Two-guy with a flick, it's straight to Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, and still Hasselbank, they're backing away, and this is Petit, taking a deflection, Hasselbank! Just spun off the Dutchman's boot. Zenden. Inch perfect ball over to Hasselbank. And it's opening up nicely for Hasselbank. Again, just didn't quite catch it, Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. Dalabonner. And Gudjohnsen. And away from Bjornebæk. And still Ida Gudjohnsen. And the touch to Dalabonner. And Dalabonner! Very, very similar position than when he scored against Ipswich in the 90th minute. Certainly the Chelsea faithful believe there's something in the locker, getting behind their team. Hasselbank, and still, and again he's been taken down, this time by Henning Berg. No penalty. Lampard there, Terry there, Gallas there also. And in the end it won't fall to Terry. Scrambled away. A frustrating afternoon for Claudio Ranieri's men. It's ended all square here at Stamford Bridge.
The defence was good, but the team wasn't functioning. There were home jeers after this draw, out of UEFA, and with the Worthington Cup third-round tie at Leeds and Manchester United away in the Premiership to follow, this was a crucial period. Ranieri kept the team up north between the games. The only changes from the fine league performance at Ellen Road the month before were Cudicini for Bosnich and Jokanovic for Petit.
Backers struggling now for Leeds. They really are in the wars. Lasso's played it in. And Lampard. And Gudjohnsen! Chelsea have a vision of the last 8, given them by Ida Gudjohnsen.
I just think it's an absolutely fantastic finish. You know, he has a split second to turn, get the shot in, and squeezes in off the post. Absolutely brilliant finish.
Ferdinand. Cleared for Gudjonsson. Needs to have McPhail down, and our lighter man once again. Here's Hasselbank. Away from Mills. It's Ida Gudjonsson. It's 2. Chelsea are clear.
Absolute classic counter-attack. It really was. It was clinical the way they just picked Chelsea off. I mean, Leeds could have defended that a bit better. Hasselbank got too much room too easily. But look at the time and the space that Gudjonsson has.
Here's Beckham again. Looking straight away for Andy Cole. It's not a bad ball. Great chance here for Van Nistelrooy. Excellent stop by Carlo Cudicini. The Italian denies the Dutchman. Gudjonsson. Graham Lasso with time to measure across. It was in towards Hasselbank, and it's gone behind for the game's first corner. Off Roy Keane. And the Blues now with a chance to get some men forward. Put some pressure on Manchester United. Hasselbank to take. Chelsea have plenty up here. Needs the right delivery. And it was, and it's in! Mario Melchiot, the surprise scorer, and Chelsea lead at Old Trafford inside 6 minutes. It's only Melchiot's second goal for the Blues, and his other one was against United as well. Jukanovic, a crunching tackle that's left the cell on the deck, but Chelsea with Gudjonsson looking towards Hasselbank. Could so easily have been 2. And Gudjonsson won that. Hasselbank. It's a teasing one. Not back for Dalabona. It's no exaggeration to say Chelsea could be 3 up inside 20 minutes. Lampard with the corner. It's come to the so. That's not a bad try. And it's clipped the top of the bar. United have been a little more lively in the second half, but then it wouldn't be hard. Chelsea on the break now, just behind Gudjonsson. Hasselbank, 2 in the middle, still Hasselbank! Well, that's one way to snap a goal drought. It's a fantastic goal from Hasselbank. And after more than 9 hours without scoring, he has found the back of the net. Chelsea double their advantage, and surely now are on the way to a famous victory at Old Trafford. There's no flag here. Cudicini up very quickly. This is Scholes. Gallas trying to get back. That's class defending from Gallas. Got it off the line. Beckham goes down. No penalty. No offside here. It's Gudjonsson. Surely it can't be 3. It can. Chelsea are in dreamland.
We were very solid. We've been very solid at the back recent games, and for once in the last 2 or 3 weeks we look very dangerous going forward as well. I'm just over the moon playing. Obviously, it's my first game that I've come here to play against Man United, and I thought I was going to lose it when my goal went in. So I'm buzzing at the moment.
Hasselbank with a header. This is Zola. Gudjonsson, and still Ida Gudjonsson. Lots of power. Zola, Gudjonsson, and now Zola. Hasselbank, who's onside, and still Jimmy Floyd. Hasselbank, this is Hasselbank. Fine save from Kylie. Surely Lampard. Zola popping up on the right-hand side. Gudjonsson can't take it first time. Might get a second chance here, though. This is Ida Gudjonsson. Parker. Lisby, was he caught? Well, we can see here how much contact was made, if any, and if it was intentional. Nevertheless, Charlton have a free kick. Swung in by Konchesky, and it's there! And Charlton have scored! It's Kevin Lisby. Kilban, on his favoured left foot, crashes that forward towards Kevin Phillips, and Phillips! Worth the go, had no hesitation going for goal. Carlo Cudicini scrambling down to his near post, kicking the ball out. Arca, left-footed. Oh, a fine save from Cudicini from his own player. Phillips. Still Sunderland coming forward. Kilban is brought down, and a penalty. Seconds from the restart, Sunderland have been handed an opportunity to take the lead. Kevin Kilban cutting in from the right-hand side. How much contact was made between the Republic of Ireland international and Celestine Babayaro? Enough, according to the referee. Phillips, saved by Cudicini. Leslan can't make it, and Mario Melchot forces the ball out. What a save from Carlo Cudicini. Kilban on his left foot, and surely, and a fine save from Cudicini again. Kevin Phillips from barely 2 yards out. Somehow, Carlo Cudicini keeps the ball out of the back of the net. Good Jonsson. Lampard. Stanic outside him, looking for Hasselbank, who's taken it down, and Hasselbank! This time it's Sorensen's turn to shine. Chelsea fans in full voice getting behind their team. Sorensen has flapped at this, it's in the back of the net. It's Jukanovic, but it won't count. Well, Thomas Sorensen, is he claiming that Mario Melchot just gave me a shove because there was no contact at all, and that really should have stood.
Our first ever point at the Stadium of Light, and now in the Worthington Cup, we were looking for our first semi-final under Ranieri.
Babayaro just broke off Davisas, and suddenly here's a chance, and just cleared. Jukanovic given away by Lee. Terry to Jukanovic, now Dalabona setting up Lampard. Looks wide to Good Jonsson. Fluency about this Chelsea move. Nicked into Hasselbank. Good Jonsson's gone on. Good Jonsson side netting. Fabulous link play though from Chelsea. Wonderful build-up. This might just run for Good Jonsson. He's stolen a march on O'Brien. It's a good save by Gibbon. Strong left hand forced up to beat away a stinging shot from Good Jonsson. Hasselbank holding off O'Brien, feeding Zenden. Stoppage time. In towards Hasselbank! That's the time to score. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank puts Chelsea into the semi-finals of the Worthington Cup.
So, Hasselbank. Beautiful chip. This is Graham Lasso off the post and in. And Chelsea ahead inside 3 minutes. And it's Graham Lasso. His first Premiership goal for more than 4 years, made by Hasselbank. Hoopier is up. Corner chipped in towards the near post. And onto the bar, I think, by Cudicini. And now it's on top of the roof of the net. Carragher. Being hemmed in. Good pressure from Chelsea. Now Hasselbank onto the right foot. Good strike. An excellent stop from Dudek. Gerrard is inside Babayaro. Steven Gerrard. Good save again, Cudicini. Good Jonsson. Towards Hasselbank. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank for 2-0. There it is. He just wasn't going to miss. His 13th of the season. It's unlucky for Liverpool, who now trail Chelsea by 2-0. Shook off his marker, and how's that for coolness in front of goal? It's come back for Lutmanu. Now Risa. He goes down, and the referee's given a penalty. Melchiot going in with Risa, and there was some contact. It's going to be Gary McAllister from the spot against Carlo Cudicini, who recently saved from Kevin Phillips. And he saved another one. This is dangerous. McAllister! Cudicini again. Come back off Talabonna, Lampard jumping. There's Talabonna. Hasselbank. Good Johnson. Hasselbank still has it. So on the overlap. Oh, they've all missed it. Lampard. Talabonna, it must be. 3-0. That's it now. In the meantime, here's Babayaro. Hasselbank. Nice sidestep. Still Hasselbank. All the way across to Gudjohnsen. Somehow kept out by Dudek. Gudjohnsen again. And he's put it wide. Zola's made the run ahead of him. Now Zola's free. Can he pick out someone in the middle? He can. Great save by Dudek. But he couldn't stop the second one. And Gudjohnsen has iced the cake. And Chelsea have got 4. Franson. Oh, free header! And Bolton lead. And where was the marking? Chipped in by Franson and headed beyond Cudicini. Babayaro, of course, will almost certainly be in the Nigerian starting lineup against England. There's certainly a dearth of left-sided English players. It's through to Nolan again. Chelsea caught short at the back. It nearly came for Ricketts. The whistle's gone, it won't count. But Chelsea all over the place at the back. Very quick feet, Jermaine Johnson. Just ran into a blue wall, but here now is Hasselbank at the other end. Up against Whitlow. Needs some support. Gets it from Gudjohnsen. 1-1. And against his old club. And out of the blue, Ida Gudjohnsen has got Chelsea level. So, now Sam Delabonna. Hasselbank. Gudjohnsen. It's set up there, but he's still going. Gudjohnsen, and he's fed Hasselbank for 2-1. Oh, would you believe it? And what a finish from Hasselbank. Look at the space here for Zender. Still going, Zender. And he's gone for the chip. No. What a goal!
Oh, dear.
That is fantastic from Zender. He hasn't scored since the first day of the season. Back in the side today. And he's turned up trumps with a piece of absolute magic. And Gotti will take the free kick for Bolton. Need one back soon. That's not a bad header. Oh. And it was so nearly a second goal as Holdsworth came in. And Cudicini with a vital save. Melchiot did well.
He's so ungainly, but he's got great touch for a big guy.
This is Delabonna. Chance for a fourth here for Chelsea, and it's an own goal. It's gone in off Hendry, but Bolton were really caught short there, and surely now the points are Chelsea's. Zola again. Bolton just can't get the ball at the moment. Delabonna managed to ride the challenge. Here's Zola. Lampard, and now it is 5. And Frank Lampard scores his first league goal for Chelsea. It's been a long time coming. It's been worth the wait. Chelsea go nap, it's 5-1.
Yeah, probably has been the best moment of the team. We were playing very well. We had such a great result. Manchester, Leeds, home against Liverpool, Newcastle away. So it was a great moment for the team. It was a good link from me and the four backs. And everything seems to go well. So that's why probably we didn't concede a lot of goals. Gallas and John Terry, they were magnificent, and because they were young, a little bit crazy, they were playing very high, and that was helped the midfielders and the team to be very compact. So that's why probably the team played so well, and I think we discovered William Gallas as a player, because in the moment Willie was playing magnificent.
The good run up to Christmas had put us much nearer the top of the table, even though we were only 6th. But the next 2 games were away, at top of the table Newcastle and at our bogey team, Arsenal.
Hasselback. Lampard! Chelsea have struck on the half-hour mark, and Frank Lampard is now getting a taste for Premiership goals in Chelsea's colours.
Well, that's a mismatch, back post mark, Stanish against Cole, and the ball's played near.
That's off the line by Cole.
That was going in, wasn't it? Simple as that.
It was a corner from Jimmy Floyd Hasselback. It sounds a bit more like Highbury now. It's a very quiet opening 45 minutes. Cudicini, but he's beaten to it.
Oh, big man, Campbell, is it?
Campbell trying to get free again. Wiltor!
At Newcastle, Carlo Cudicini continued to show fine form, saving early on from Bellamy. Another player enjoying a purple patch was Eidur Gudjohnsen. He missed narrowly this time, but with his next opportunity, he finished in style. O'Brien, the defender, left trailing in his wake. Newcastle equalised 2 minutes later when Shearer met a Solano free kick. But we weren't to be knocked out of our stride. A decisive break upfield was finished on the stroke of half-time as Gudjohnsen beat 2 defenders to Hasselbank's wicked curling ball. And Cudicini and Gallas moved sharply to preserve a win from what was our best performance of the season so far.
Beatty then to strike. What a goal that is! Well, I said he came with a reputation, and that's just enhanced it. Gallas. That was cleverly done. Graham Lasso with a good angle to cross, and it's a decent ball in. Hasselbank, and in by Eidur Gudjohnsen. Chelsea level, 19 minutes in. Gudjohnsen again. Hasselbank, onside, on target. Chelsea in front. And you just knew he wasn't going to miss. It's off the thigh of Dallabonna. Williams again. Going long for Pahars, and he's onside. It's Marian Pahars, and it's 2-2. And a goal out of nothing for Southampton. Telfer to take. Oh, header was only back across goal, and Marsden has put it in. Towards Beatty. It was nearly a wonderful ball from Pahars. Marsden. Pahars again, who's everywhere. Beatty! 4-2.
At Norwich, the first half was close to a non-event. This header from Desai practically the only goalmouth action. Norwich stepped up their performance after the break, and only Carlo Cudicini kept Chelsea in the cup. He produced a string of outstanding saves, the pick of which being this one from McVeigh. And a remarkable double save from Rivers.
Well seen by Desai. Melchior. Left by Hasselbank for Gudjohnsen. Squeezed back in. Hasselbank onside. Chelsea in front. Hasselbank won't be going. Ferdinand's onside. Les Ferdinand. Big moment this for Tottenham. And Carlo Cudicini is right on top of his game at the moment. And there was no way past the Chelsea goalkeeper. Terry clear, one back though by Gardner, and here's Sherwood, and he's played Les Ferdinand in, and this time Ferdinand scores! Mabayaro though fell kindly for King, and he used his arm in order for it to fall kindly for him, and Chelsea have a free kick in Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank country. We know what's coming, it's Hasselbank, bang! It's one thing knowing what's coming, it's another thing completely being able to do anything about it. Unstoppable! Lampard. Onside here, Mikel Forsell. He's got round Kater Keller, or he would have done, he'd stumbled. Perry got across, referee shakes his head here. In fact, he's given a corner after all that. Well, Forsell felt he was clipped by Keller, so did I. He tried to stay on his feet, he couldn't, went down, and the referee gave a corner.
Magnificent through ball from Lampard, and I tell you what,
his ankle.
That is a sticker.
Morris. Looking for Good Johnson. Lampard! Great chance, good save, Jääskeläinen. Lasso. Away by Ngotti, flicked by Ricketts, here's Pedersen through on goal, Henrik Pedersen one-on-one, will he finish? Well, that is a dreadful miss by Henrik Pedersen, who knows he should have at least hit the target. Here's Good Johnson. Lampard. Zola back to Good Johnson. Stanic into Good Johnson, here's Good Johnson! Chelsea have the lead, and Eidur Good Johnson, the former Bolton striker, has scored against his former club. Franson again. Interrupt by Desailly. Pedersen off the line by John Terry. Plenty of blue shirts around it. Dalabona, it's run through to Michael Ricketts. Ricketts equalises for Bolton. Wide to Graham Lasso. It's Morris, dummies it. Forsell on the edge of the area. Forsell drives in a shot! What a way to make your impact! Less than a minute on the field for Mikel Forsell, and he's given Chelsea the lead for the second time. Flick across the face of goal, Terry heads it away. Down the lane, Nolan with a shot! It's bobbled into the corner for Kevin Nolan, who scored against Chelsea at the Bridge. He's gone for a corner, which Graham Lasso will take. Into the near post, punched by Jääskeläinen. Desailly heads it back in again. Stanic across the face goal. Terry off the line by Simon Charlton. Still it's not away. Lasso. Desailly's header. Oh, and how have the Blues failed to score?
That Forsell goal was to spark off a remarkable club record-breaking run of games where he scored coming off the bench. But in the next game, one goal became the talking point of all football.
Well, his back's against the wall for Norwich at the moment. In goes over. Green's there again.
Couldn't have wished for a poorer start unless they conceded, of course, but we're being dominated, so dig in, defend.
Lasso's corner. And Green. Well, is Lampard claiming it? I think he might have got the touch.
Stanic is the one who gets up, it gets blocked in between people. I don't think he touches it. I think that's Stanic's.
Expect the unexpected with Chelsea Football Club. Stanic. Melchiot goes outside him. Stanic lines up the shot, and Green's lost it. And it is a goal for Frank Lampard. The contact was absolutely rock solid that time. 2-0 to Chelsea. He feels he's got them both, but Robert Green let that one get away.
Gianfranco Zola.
Well, he's deserved it tonight.
That's the best of all. Diagonal run to the near post. Audacious little flick. All right, people might be saying he's just flicking it towards goal, but look at the pace on it when it comes off his little flick, Martin. Unbelievable pace on this. He's past the goalkeeper before he can react. Fantastic skill, brilliant goal.
How about that? There's a pass from Dalabona, and Forsell makes it 4-0.
Well, that's the icing for Chelsea tonight.
A couple of weeks ago, I went to see a small boy, and unfortunately, he was ill. He had a bad illness, and he gave me a smile, and I said, "I'm going to give you something special for this," because he was suffering, and he expressed the will to see me, and it was very touching for me. And I said, "I'm going to give you something special as soon as I can," and fortunately, it was too late. And I hope he's going to see it as well. And I want to dedicate it to him and to his family.
To defeat Norwich, Ranieri had switched to a 3-4-1-2 formation, and it worked so well he kept it for the league game against West Ham, and we already knew an FA Cup game against the same opposition was following.
He doesn't want much of a run-up, does he? It's Hasselbank. Oh, and it's a great save by James. Zola with the corner, swung in. Stanic! Chelsea have scored. It won't count. Andy D'Urso has spotted something. Swung in, and it's a dangerous one, and it's Gudjohnsen, and it's Hasselbank, and it's found its way into the back of the net. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. John Terry looking for Gudjohnsen, and this is Ida Gudjohnsen. Chelsea have doubled their advantage. A clinical strike from the Icelandic international. It's Ida Gudjohnsen again. Zola. Hasselbank, and it's still Hasselbank, and surely Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. His second, Chelsea's third. Gudjohnsen with a flick, Hasselbank. This is Zola, and it's still Zola. All of his own making. Well, we expect something special, don't we, when we see Gianfranco Zola. Carlo Cudicini will have to be prepared for Tottenham in the Worthington Cup semi-final second leg, and also another clash with West Ham in the FA Cup fourth round this time. Now then, Morris and Di Canio clashing, and Andy D'Urso having none of it. And it's a red card for Paolo Di Canio. Zenden, and now Forsell. Gudjohnsen to his left. This is Ida Gudjohnsen. Forsell picks up possession again, and still, and Gudjohnsen, and still Ida Gudjohnsen. Ida Gudjohnsen makes it 4. Defoe, and still Jermaine Defoe. Forsell, Gudjohnsen, and still, and this is Stanic. And Stanic and Forsell, and it's 5-1.
Jimmy and Ida this season have really struck a good relationship on the pitch, and it became something that we relied on throughout the season to get us goals when we needed them, to create something when we were under pressure, and between them they've forged a very strong partnership, and I think when players play together, you get a link between them over a period of time, and that just the fact you've got a link creates its own problems, because there's an understanding there.
It was, as every Chelsea supporter knows, 27 games and 12 years without defeat against Tottenham. Now the team was only one match away from its first cup final under Ranieri. Celestine Babayaro was at the African Cup of Nations, Graham Lasso had flu, and so William Gallas played at left-back as the team went back to 4-4-2. Boudewijn Zenden started following the hamstring strain he suffered just before Christmas. Prepare yourself for your worst nightmare.
Because Tottenham are the sort of team that like to spread the ball wide and get crosses in.
Sheringham let it run, and here's Mauricio Taricco. Good save by Cudicini, but forced in by Stefan Iversen. A goal in less than 2 minutes. Petit takes in towards Terry. Forced away very bravely by Iversen, the goal scorer. Sheringham quickly out there. Strongly out there. Zenden felt that. He was motoring there, Teddy Sheringham. But Zenden clearly shaken and hurt. More problems for Cudicini via Anderton's corner. In towards Sheringham. It's hit by Sherwood! Poyet is breaking down the centre. Instead it's Anderton. Now in towards Poyet. Cleverly for Sheringham! Manu Petit will take. He's in towards the head of Gudjonsson. Hasselbank jumps through the goalkeeper, jumps into the goalkeeper and is penalised. Teddy Sheringham unhappy. Melchiot with a raised arm. Now the card is coming out. Melchiot certainly raised his arm in the midst of that, and there's a red card. Oh, it's Jimmy, is it? Sheringham. Iversen. Now Anderton. Davis in acres of space. Simon Davis. It's 4. Here's Gudjonsson. Sheringham. Space for Leonardson. It's Rebrov! Chelsea almost out of their misery. Forsell. Terrific shot. Oh, that's a fabulous goal.
Zenden's injury was like a bullet wound and required surgery. Hasselbank's sending off was withdrawn as against Arsenal earlier in the season, but the suspension was transferred to Melchiot.
I think all the players, maybe a lot of people yesterday didn't sleep, and we've been thinking about the game since yesterday, and you can say a lot of things about that. I think everyone's get his own reasons about that, but we lost very dramatically yesterday. It happened sometime to yesterday. You can see that with Liverpool when they came at home, as well Manchester United when they lost 3-1 against Arsenal, they were very poor. And I remember as well last year Arsenal when they lost 6-1 against Manchester. You can see that every team in their season they lost a big game like this. We will try everything we can, first for us, but as well for the fans, because everyone who supports Chelsea has been very frustrated yesterday.
Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank rarely fails to score against West Ham, and he made no exception in our FA Cup 4th round tie. Unlike the league game, however, Chelsea failed to capitalise, and late on, a Carrick shot strikes Cole and falls perfectly for Canute to equalise. The West Ham striker could have even won it for the visitors at the death.
Matty away for Leeds. Petit. Stanic. Not past Batty. Still Mario Stanic. Batty's and Bowyer snapping back at him. He's got it through to Petit. Gudjonsson! That's a fantastic strike! And Chelsea are ahead inside 2 minutes. Here goes Melchiot. Plenty of distance on that. Dallabonna. 2-0. They were appealing for handball, I think, Leeds. They haven't got it, and Chelsea have doubled their money. Petit will deliver. Free header. It was Stanic. It came back off the woodwork.
Oakes takes it. Scowcroft's head up! Bottom corner and Leicester take the lead. Looking for Scowcroft. Almost falls for Elliott. Still the ball's not clear. Headed down by Terry. Elliott! Great save, Cudicini. Driven across by Lasso. Vasella having Hasselbank! Free header from Jimmy Floyd. Hasselbank has pulled it level. Another corner. Scowcroft! It's a carbon copy of the first goal for Leicester City. Jimmy Floyd directing operations on the Blues end of the wall. Here's Zola! Oh! Wonderful goal from Zola! And the little Italian making his 250th appearance for the Blues. Lampard. Hasselbank. Onto Vassell. Hasselbank goes for the return. Still Hasselbank! Could have wrapped it up for Chelsea! Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, second of the afternoon in second half stoppage time. Header up in the air by Hasselbank. There goes the full-time whistle.
A win over Leeds above us, and now a last-minute win over the bottom team. Chelsea's season was still alive, but form had to improve.
Yeah, we didn't play well. Personally, I think is that the approach was totally wrong. We have to, go and play and try to win the games. Sometimes it's not necessary to wait for the opposition to do something. We know how to play there. We know how to play and when the opposition waits for us, attacks us. But also we have to learn how to play when the opposition is defending and is waiting for us. That's something, in my opinion, at the moment missing.
The FA Cup fourth round replay was a classic end-to-end encounter. Defoe put the home side ahead with a volley that ricocheted off both Terry and Cudicini on its way to the net. Hasselbank produced another special to equalise. Defoe again put West Ham ahead after a rare mishandle from Cudicini. But a Hutchinson brainstorm allowed Forsell to level matters again. Hutchison almost atoned. And with a minute to go, Stanic nearly won it at the other end. East London boy John Terry did.
It's come out off Lasso. Boateng takes it quickly. Here's Vassell. Terry's just gone away from him. Still Vassell. Comes across. Merson! And Zola. Plenty of space for him at the moment. Has a little look up. Into the path. Hasselbank with a great chance. Lampard! And this is his 100th appearance for Villa. Here's Hasselbank! Oh, he's pulled it wide of the post, Jimmy Floyd. Lampard. Great ball for Hasselbank again. He's taking it down well on the chest this time. Still Hasselbank. Vassell waits. Hasselbank. Vassell, can he finish? Good save, Enkelman.
Terry limped off with a broken bone in his foot, which would take 7 weeks to heal. 19-year-old Joe Keenan, an unused substitute on 10 occasions, finally made his debut.
In this position from the free kick, and Cresswell's there! And what a start for the First Division team! Here's Cartwright. The ball. Oh! It was Macken who produced the save from Cudicini. And what would that have done to Chelsea's morale had it gone in? Now Petit. Almost given away to Cartwright, but again Chelsea get away with it. And now Dalabona sets Hasselbank away. He's got the edge on Laketti here. Gregan comes across trying to cover, but Good Johnson scores!
The play ahead of Graham Lasso on that right-hand side. I see Zola's just trotting over. That's Lasso on the ball. That's the change he's made. I think he's right to as well. Stanic was having problems.
Good Johnson links up brilliantly. Hasselbank! 2-1 to Chelsea. Who else? Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. Cresswell again. Macken's waiting. Oh, a golden chance that was, and it produces a fine save from Cudicini. And Keenan can see that he still has a lot of ground to make up, so he's looking for Forsell, who's got in front of his man. Can he finish it off? Mikael Forsell! He has finished it off!
There's a big week for Chelsea with another London derby coming up in midweek against Fulham, and then a hat-trick against teams from the capital against Tottenham in the Cup, and Yule goes down under Gallis's challenge, and Graham Poll had a long look at that and decided it wasn't a penalty. Misunderstanding there with Graham Stewart. That's not a bad ball. Gudjonsson, Ida Gudjonsson, and that's a tremendous tackle. Costa got back there and just got a foot in, just as Gudjonsson was about to pull the trigger. Crossed in deep. This is Yule. That's a good try. And Charlton lead. Grant Williams. Powell. Oh, Kudachini in trouble. And off the line by Gallas. And again. Double goal line clearance. So Zola. Nice first touch. Looking straight away for Hasselbank. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank goes down. No penalty. Well, there looked clear contact between attacker and goalkeeper there. Kylie's having a word with Hasselbank. That won't impress him either. Gronkia. Cut inside very neatly. This is better from Chelsea. Lasota cross. Back from Gudjonsson. Hasselbank. Lampard! 1-1. Oh, no offside here. It's Jason Yule. And Yule has won the game now, surely, for Charlton.
I have to say probably the defeat against Charlton away. It was maybe the turning point, because then, of course, we kept thinking to reach the fourth place. But that defeat basically killed us. And even because we didn't deserve to lose, because they scored 1 minute to the end of the game, I think. But they didn't have a lot of chance, and yeah, probably it wasn't our best game, but at least 1 point was good. You know, I know that a lot of people say that we drew a lot of games, but it's still 1 point, and if you see in the end the league is something about 1 point more, 1 point less. So probably Charlton away was the turning point.
It's a corner to Fulham. It's the first corner of the game. Into the 6-yard line, comes back off the crossbar. Kudachini was beaten and saved by the woodwork. Space for Melchiot. It's done well, still Melchiot. Tries in a low shot! Wonderful goal from Mario Melchiot! That's caught the Fulham defence completely unawares. May just have flicked off Rufus Brevett on the way through to wrong foot Edwin van der Sar, but try taking that goal away from Mario Melchiot. Good tackle from Gallas, and the referee's pointed to the penalty spot. Well, drama at the bridge. The home fans, you can hear the reaction. They're not happy with the decision, but all eyes on Carlo Kudachini. Here comes Sahar. Sends Carlo Kudachini the wrong way, and Fulham are back in it. Here's Petit. It's good play from Petit if he can get to the byline. Uadu comes across. Petit pulls it back. Zola! Great save by van der Sar. Given away by Hasselbank. Good tackle, Petit. Now the Blues can try and spread the play out again. Lasso. Great ball through to Gudjonsson. Gudjonsson's through. Can he finish? Chelsea have the lead back again. Ball through for Marley to chase. He's got a couple of yards on Melchiot. Chip into the area. Sahar arriving. And Fulham have equalised for a second time. Lasso. Into the area for Sell jumps with Brevett. Gronkia has a little look up. Nice chip into the area, looking for Fussell. Fussell scores for Chelsea! Mikel Fussell does it again!
The Champions League position of 4th wasn't dead, but it was a long chase now. We needed others to slip up. The FA Cup quarter-final was a huge game. Away again to Tottenham.
I always remember going out in the FA Cup, running out to White Hart Lane to warm up, and on their big screens there they were showing the 5-1 defeat. And I just thought, I can't believe you're doing this, because you're really going to pay for this, you know. And you know, we played what was probably one of our best games of the season against them in the cup, with an equally sort of difficult and complicated match in the league 3 days later, 4 days later. So where we put in another very professional performance. So it was Tottenham and us it's a strange one. It's an emotional sort of game with so much baggage that it can often detract from the actual quality of the football that's played.
And here's Frank Lampard. Melchior. Well, you'd expect one or two tackles to come flying in, and the first culprit here is Christian Ziege. The ball for Ferdinand. Half set up for the shot. Ferdinand goes again, trying to get round the outside of Gallas, who is quick and strong and successful, and then sent spinning through the air by fired-up Ferdinand.
He's gone round the other side of Gallas. Good defending from Gallas. Ferdinand pulls his shirt. Just a little bit of retaliation there from Les Ferdinand.
It's yellow.
To be quite honest, if he'd have got a red card there, he could have had no complaints, Les Ferdinand. He's just kicked out of him. Bit of frustration early part of the game.
Richards trying to get round the back. Good Johnson. Oh, Ziege cynically tried to stop him, but Good Johnson was too good for the German. And then he's too good for Anderton. Petit, it's brilliant play from Chelsea, and Good Johnson tugged back there. It was certainly outside the area by Dean Richards. Now, there were other defenders around, but this is a very fierce and fiery start to the game, and Andy D'Urso's got to try and establish order here. Brilliant football by Chelsea to carve out the chance. Desperate remedies from Dean Richards. And Dean Richards pointing out that there was help around. And so much at stake, really, for the two sides in terms of a possible passage into Europe. They're just off the qualification. Here's Sherwood now at Lampard. And the players have got to take some responsibility here, and matters that have got to surface quickly here, or we will be playing a game with several players off. And then goes Sheringham. It's white hot lane at the moment. Oh, and Sullivan has the scrape at it. It's a goal. Gallas right on the line. Neil Sullivan had problems. Caballero. Hasselback. Give and go with Good Johnson. They know each other's game so well. Oh. Now Davis. Anderton to work with. Oh, Ferdinand free! He really should have scored. Sheringham. Desai behind him, and then alongside him, and then away with the ball. Lasso. Oh, and Good Johnson's onside. Is this going to be two for Chelsea? Either Good Johnson. It certainly is. Through the goalkeeper's legs. The swiftest of counter-attacks.
A ball from Lasso. There's Good Johnson. Very calm finish.
Sherwood. Lasso's stolen it from him. Graham Lasso! mistakes are being punished here, and how.
Yet another mistake, yet another goal. Tottenham, they actually haven't played that bad, but defensively, you just cannot do this. Sherwood caught in possession. Great strike from Graham Lasso.
Davis. Oh, if Bronca can get it, Gudjonsson's away. Ida Gudjonsson in at Neil Sullivan again. He scores again. Chelsea celebrate again. They lead 4-0 at White Hart Lane. Yes, says Claudio Ranieri. One who you feel would have a good chance of, if not being in the starting 11, certainly being a player who could be brought on. There's a bit of history between Tarico and Chelsea.
It's a wild challenge from Graham Lasso. I mentioned his temperament early on. It is certainly a wild challenge.
Well, Graham Lasso, who has been booked, goes off. So Chelsea, even with a 4-0 lead, cannot curb themselves. And this is Graham Lasso in front of Sven-Göran Eriksson. And that is the reason that Lasso is not in the England setup. His football is fine, of international calibre, but his temperament, for such an intelligent man, is so questionable. Which, when you've conceded 5 here... Ooh, now Frank Lampard. He really booted out at... Well, he might say the ball, but Tarico... They're going to end here with 9 men, Chelsea. 4 goals and 9 men.
There was another poor challenge, a reckless challenge from Lampard. Again, he doesn't need to do it. They're winning 4-0. We'll have to wait and see what Andy D'Urso does here. I think it'll be yellow.
It is. Remember, sent off here, the only sending off of his senior career, and I don't think he made much contact. Perhaps that saved him, but the intent was there.
I'm more delighted for the result than my 2 goals, to be honest, because everyone knew what we were going to be up against. It was a hard game. First half, I thought we played fantastic. The first half an hour, the last 15 minutes, they really put us under pressure. And I think
of the first half.
Of the first half, yeah, they really put us under pressure, and we were well lucky. They hit the post. We were obviously some good defending as well. We went up 1-0, and obviously getting that early second goal really gave them a kick in the teeth, really.
Le ballon m'arrive sur mon pied droit et j'ai plus qu'à la pousser, quoi. Il y a eu un bon travail de Mario.
He said he didn't know what he was doing.
No. Hey, sometimes I understand.
No, he said he was at the right position at the right moment.
Finds Hasselbank. Looks for Gudjonsson, might not need him. Curls it! This time Jimmy Floyd gets it right! He had a chance early in the game, and that is pure brilliance from Jimmy Floyd. Hasselbank. He was looking for Gudjonsson initially, but once the shot went off, as far as Tarico, but Chelsea spot that attack. Petit is looking for it. He's still with Gudjonsson. It's broken to Lampard. Still a chance for Chelsea. Here's Hasselbank. Oh, Jimmy Floyd, Hasselbank once again. Spurs have it with Davies, chaperoned by 2 players. Lasso makes it the third, and chance to clear now. Oh, that was a hefty challenge there on Graham Lasso. Of retribution there from the Spurs player. Tarico's off, it's a red, straight red, and trouble, well, it seems to follow him. Wherever he goes, the Argentine, he and Lasso have a history, and now Tarico's history. It's an early bath for the Spurs player, and they're down to 10 men. Desai, looking for Gronkiar. Neat touch, finds Melchior, continues his run. Here's Gronkiar. Looks for the cross, men in the box, Hasselbank! What a fantastic move from Chelsea, and Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank has added his second, And Chelsea second. Is Chelsea 2, Spurs 0. There's a chance for Hasselbank to get a hat-trick. Just played wide there by Lasso. Now Stanic, Zola's in the box. Could find him, cut out by Perry, only as far as Hasselbank. Another chance for Chelsea. Hasselbank still has it, left-footed. He's curling one! What a fantastic strike! Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, it's a hat-trick! What he can do with the right foot, he can do with the left. Sullivan looks dazed in the Spurs goal. Zola goes for the byline. He's unattended. Oh, there was space there. Here's Babayaro with a strike. Lampard! And off the line. Desai, but the rebound goes in. And Frank Lampard adds the fourth to the delight of the Chelsea faithful.
Actually, I thought I would lose the ball because I saw Christian Segan coming in and he blocked me, and the ball came a little bit lucky for me actually. And I came in on my left and I saw the keeper a little bit far off his goal, and I tried to whip it in the far corner, and luckily it went in.
Delivered from Lasso. Header from Desai. Gallas has turned it in. And William Gallas, who scored his first Blues goal against Spurs in the FA Cup, has a first goal at Stamford Bridge. Melchior, that's a good ball down the line for Gudjonsson, who stayed on, for Gronkjo, who stayed on side. Pulls it back, Hasselbank! Good save, Sorensen. Dalabona. He's done well to hold off McCann and played away. Melchior. And he's kept it in play. Gronkjo, it's a good play from the Blues. Hasselbank forward. Gronkjo, now he's got a chance to run at the defence. He's got Gudjonsson in acres of space. Here's Gudjonsson! Makes it 2-0. Forsell. So, Forsell! He's done it again! Mikel Forsell comes off the bench and scores again for Chelsea. He's only been on the field for 3 minutes. Melchior. Good deflection. Dalabona. Well played, Dalabona! It's 4.
Back up to 5th, and then to Liverpool.
Hasselbank and Gudjonsson on the same wavelength as ever. And a fine ball feeding Gronkjo, who's got some space to attack. Carragher, early cross, Gudjonsson! Chance.
What a ball that is.
There's suspicion of a foul on Reese, only a throw, and an instantly taken one finds Heskey. Onto Anelka. What a wonderful challenge that was by Gallas. Sammy Hoopier's come forward over his head, a strange incident there, and Owen almost picked out that vital spot between goalkeeper and post. Stanic, now Lampard, Zola, Hasselbank, chance! My word, that was close. Lippmanen, good control to Heskey, into stoppage time. Is there to be late drama at Anfield? There may be! There is! Vladimir Spitzer scores!
This is Stanic. Hasselbank again. Thought about hitting it with the right. He's still got it. Gudjonsson will strike. Off the woodwork. Nearly a dream start for Chelsea. Won by Rob Lee initially, but Chelsea so quick to get it back. Gudjonsson. Hasselbank is onside here. It's Hasselbank versus Oakes. And the goalkeeper wins, and then a last-ditch challenge from Zidane to stop the follow-up. Crowd can sense something coming. It is Hasselbank, off the post. That's twice now. Chelsea have been denied by the woodwork. Terry! What an introduction! It was a bullet header. Ravanelli up against Lasso. That's a clever ball into Barton. 2 in the middle. Struper! 1-1. 6 blue shirts inside that Derby box. 7 now as Desai comes forward. A real scramble. Petit! Forsell, Petit again! And in!
It won't win goal of the month, but it'll probably win the game. Venus, bent with the touch on, it's a good one as well. Armstrong, he's gone down in the box. John Terry with the challenge. A penalty has been given. Eddie Wolstenholme pointing to the spot. The Premiership strugglers need this to go in. And Cudicini makes a brilliant save. He denied Kevin Phillips and Gary McAllister in successive games earlier in the season. He's done it again. What a fantastic save. Zola. He's taken Wilness, and a good crossover, and into the side netting from Mario Stanic. Ipswich with plenty of options on the takers. Holland! Great save, Cudicini. Matt Holland.
Unfortunately, Ipswich was Mikael Forsell's last appearance of the season, a knee injury keeping him out. Against Everton, 18-year-old Charlton Cole was to come on for his debut. He'd scored 37 goals in youth and reserve team football during the season so far. Meanwhile, Celestine Babayaro and William Gallas both had difficult injuries to overcome.
Zenden, Hasselbank. Zenden a second time, and it's opening up nicely for him. Hasselbank. Bouncing off Alexanderson and getting a second bite at it. Hasselbank! Oh, that's wonderful! That's a truly special goal from Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. Lundqvist. That time Everton delivered a decent cross. Here's Alexanderson. First touch was heavy, looked like handball by Melchiot, but here's Alexanderson. It's a good save by Cudicini, and Ferguson couldn't control it. Zenden standing over the ball. It's a training pitch manoeuvre, and it's Hasselbank, and it's in! Stanic beaten by the bounce. Here's Alessandro Pistone. It's a decent stop by Cudicini. Whacked anywhere by Watson. Desai slipped. Radzinski's in, and Radzinski can pull it back to 2-1. Angle's virtually impossible though. Correction, it was totally impossible. Gemmell to Radzinski, who should have pulled it back to 2-1 by now. Ferguson might, oh, and should have done too. Off the underside of the bar and out again from Duncan Ferguson. Melchiot. Gudjonsson. And here's Zola. No arguments now.
David Dunn, Lucas Neal outside him. Just cuts inside Neal, the gap's opened up for him. Lucas Neal, good save, Cudicini. Header away was by Short, back in by Petit. First touch of the half for Hasselbank. Off to Stanic, Gudjonsson. Looking for Hasselbank, he forced a stretch. Still Hasselbank! Good save by Friedel. Gudjonsson! Oh, he's put it horribly over Eidur Gudjonsson. Zola, good feet from Zola, who skipped round the challenge of Henning Berg. Gudjonsson, can he make amends? Gudjonsson goes, good shot, good save, Friedel. Zola can't get there, can he? Yes, he's got there. Did Berg bring him down? No, says the referee. There was a half-hearted appeal from Frank Lampard, certainly, that felt Zola may have been fouled. And still Zola, Zenden on the edge of the area too. Good skill from Zola. Looking for Hasselbank. Header from short. Stanic! Can't keep the shot down, Mario Stanic. That's a good ball from Stanic. Zola, is this the last chance for the Blues? Zola, still Zola! Top shape for the shot, crossing across, it took a deflection.
The semi-final of the FA Cup. Madly, the FA insisted that a London SW6 derby be held at Villa Park, Birmingham at 7 p.m. on a Sunday. Lasso was only just fit following a calf strain. Gallas, Babayaro and Forsell didn't make it. Lasso's calf unfortunately only stood up to a few minutes' activity. Instead, it turned out to be John Terry's day. A spectacular volley almost made the breakthrough. He was on fire defensively too. When Fulham did make a rare incision through the Chelsea defence, Cudicini was up to the challenge. Just before half-time, a more scrappy effort than his previous one did make the net. Desai was matching his younger partner at the back with another colossal display. And a nervous last few minutes would have been prevented had this Gudjonsson shot not been a few inches off target.
Yeah, it was very important for me, but also for everybody, for the fans. It was fantastic. A big show on the stands. And in the pitch, a big play, because the semi-final always is very difficult, a lot nervous. But it's okay for us. We scored a great goal with John Terry. Carlo Cudicini saved a great save, and then about Lewicki. And then we made another 3-4 chances clear to stay a little more calm in the bench. But okay, at the end of the match, it's okay now.
It had been Chelsea's 10th semi-final in 9 years, and 2002 would be our 5th cup final in 7 years. The new Chelsea was taking shape, but it still had lessons to learn.
Shot to Scholes, took a deflection, and he takes it past Carlo Cudicini. And Manchester United have an early lead. Scholes' goal was the first that the Blues have conceded for 4 games. They could be in trouble here. Van Nistelrooy, great save, Cudicini. Gary Neville. Giggs onto Solskjaer. Onto Van Nistelrooy, Cudicini comes, Van Nistelrooy will make it 2. Giggs to Scholes. Back to Ryan Giggs. Giggs shoots! Swerved awkwardly for Cudicini. Van Nistelrooy, fine save by Cudicini. And Melchior will clear it away. Van Nistelrooy skips round Desai. Into Ryan Giggs. Across the box, and it's 3. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
With 1 week to go to the cup final, Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank pulled out of the Middlesbrough game during the warm-up, feeling an aggravated calf muscle. Carlton Cole thus started his first game. And he was soon causing Borough problems, setting up this early chance for Zenden. At the other end, the home side, who were by now safe from the threat of relegation, were rather toothless. This shot into the side netting by Greening was the closest they came all afternoon. Of the many goals Carlton Cole has already scored this season, very few had been with his head, but he produced a fine finishing touch to Petit's free kick on 37 minutes to open the Chelsea scoring and his first team account. And Zenden all but secured 3 points just before half-time with this strong run and shot which flew past Schwarzer with the aid of a deflection. In the second half, Cole demonstrated to the travelling fans some of his attacking skills with the ball on the deck. The build-up to our first Millennium Stadium Cup final lacked the traditional razzmatazz because there had only been 3 weeks since the semi. Opponents Arsenal were 2 games away from the League and Cup double. Chelsea's week was full of unwanted drama. Lasso fought back to fitness well, but Babayaro only just made it. Hasselbank needed special treatment in order to line up, and on the morning of the game itself, illness robbed John Terry of his starting place. Roberto Di Matteo was given the honour of leading the team out. He had sadly announced his retirement following his injuries suffered against St Gallen the previous season. Whatever the problems, though, it was a fantastic occasion.
And Chelsea with just one league game to go. There's a little collision here. Scott Riley rushing across.
Graham was slow, played in it was in the air, but he was late, Martin. He was high. Did catch Lauren, no doubt about that.
Going to be a bit more thrustful here with Gronkier. And with Lasso. Oh, and Seaman didn't deal with it initially.
Decent enough hit.
That's a poor free kick by Ashley Cole, and Frank Lampard makes Seaman work again. Here's Henry, Bergkamp near post, Desai in the right place. And that's been the story really for Chelsea so far. As much as the result last year was a feeling of injustice about it, they felt that they were the better team. And here's Bergkamp. Well, he's looped it over the goalkeeper, but although Cudicini wasn't to know it from where he was. And that's Lauren!
What a chance. Great run from Lauren, so positive.
Placing number 3, Celestine Fabiano, is 26, John Terry.
Wiltor in from the right-hand side. Lawrence committed, he went on a forward run. Hasselback. Now Gudjonsson. It's Gudjonsson! Oh, it was dipping under the bar until David Seaman almost belatedly thrust up an arm to turn it over.
This is a great save, and I'll tell you what, Martin, if it's a yard to the left, more in the corner, David Seaman doesn't get there. I think the fact that it's more middle of the goal helped the goalkeeper.
Typical Hasselback, 3/4 of the way through the 90 minutes. He's done very well to stay out there for that long.
Look at the pressure. Look at the two of them, the two central midfield players arriving at Ray Parlour. They were really unlucky.
Wiltor, that's his best play of the game, really. Parlour. Can he have a crack here? Ray Parlour! And again, Cole comes out on top and supports Henry. And Ashley Cole is away here for Arsenal. He's got the pace. Here comes Henry. Great stop by Cudicini. It flew at Parlour, who flicked out a right foot at it and couldn't direct it goalwards. Ljungberg taking Chelsea on. He's got the better of Terry. Freddie Ljungberg! Oh! Arsenal have produced two absolute stunners here. Gudjonsson. Taylor in the centre. He's not alone. Ida Gudjonsson!
I think without dominating the game in the first half, I think we was in quite good control. It was, we were tight across midfield. They didn't create many opportunities. We created a few half chances. At half time, you're happy at 0-0. Come out and probably on top. Maybe that was our weakness, really. The fact that we was on top. Maybe we sort of took a few more chances, didn't get the goal when we was on top, and the quality they've got in their team, they're liable to do that. I think Ray Parlour didn't really know what to do with the ball when he was running with it, and then all of a sudden he bent in the top corner, and it's hard to live with that.
We qualified for the UEFA Cup as a result of reaching the Cup final. We were 5th in the Premiership and needed to win our last game to be sure of keeping that spot and qualifying for Europe through the League too. At half-time, 17-year-old defender Robert Hoof was to become another young debutant.
Fine play from Vassell. He's around Terry. And still Vassell needs some support. He's found it in the form of Steve Stone, and now Peter Crouch. Fine save from Cudicini. He's bearing down on goal. Has he got the legs of Delaney? Wants to switch it towards Jesper Gronkier. 15 goals all told. Will there be another? There could be here, and it's gone in. It's Peter Crouch. Third time lucky for the former Portsmouth man. Lampard. And now Zola. And this is still Zola! What a save from Enkelman. Stone. Curling cross towards Vassell. Darius Vassell makes it 2. Hendry can only find Manny Petit. This is Ida Gudjonsson, and now Sam Dalabonner. Dalabonner again. And he's been brought down, and it is a penalty. Delaney penalised. It's Gudjonsson against Enkelman. Gudjonsson. Well, it was a lazy effort, but he sent Peter Enkelman the wrong way, and that's all that counts. Barry with a cross, looking for Crouch. Fine save from Cudicini. Well, it really has been the crouching Cudicini show this afternoon. Plenty of claret and blue to aim at, but it's Huth that gets the header out, and right with a shot! Now, did it go over the line? Dublin! Dion Dublin certainly scored.
Sixth place was the same as last season. The cup runs were better. The new Chelsea had played to huge crowds and kept interest going until the end of the season, without ever quite hitting the peaks of recent years. But there was real hope.
This give me the feeling that we really definitely have to win something next season. Because first of all, it will be beautiful. A lot of emotion, and also for them, because they have been supporting us. Winning or not winning, they're still there. They have the blues in their heart. And for us, it's really, really emotional. I mean, I cannot say nothing. After the defeat against Arsenal on the Sunday, they were also, in Fulham Road, and now they are still here. The stadium was not empty like we were supposing. You understand? And it's a good emotion. It's a good feeling. Really appreciate it. Let's say there's a new generation of players, many new players. Then let's say that this season show that when we want, we can have good period of quality and regular performance. And we have to show, the feeling in the period when you play well is magnificent. And now the guy knows that, and they know also that they can do it. And next season we have to be like this for minimum 26 games, 30 games. We have to play at that level.
Every year, the squad must improve. A little or a lot, I don't know. But it's important to improve. I think the squad is strong, it's a big group. Everybody are friends, and this is important. And then last season we lost at the beginning UEFA, Wellington Cup, FA Cup, everything. And this season we arrive at the semi-final in Wellington Cup, we arrive in the final. And then the next season, I want to improve this season. I hope, because it's too easy talk, but it's more difficult to do. In this group, there are 4, 5 experienced players with a very, very intelligent, and that players can improve their teammates, and there are a lot young players who can improve a lot. I am not happy. I want always the maximum, the maximum, the maximum. When I achieve something, I want more. This is my philosophy.
On the day of the Villa game, Hasselbank needed surgery and would spend the summer rehabilitating. Morris too would be doing the same following ankle surgery. Desailly, Petit, Stanic, Babayaro and Gronkiar went off to contest the World Cup. After 13 years as managing director in which he exploited the new Bosman transfers and unlimited European Union player rules better than anyone in football, Colin Hutchinson moved on to new interests. Ken Bates celebrated 20 years as chairman, easily the most successful in the club era, and on taking over responsibility for contractual negotiations, quickly gave Claudio Ranieri a new 5-year contract, designed to bring the club continued stability.